wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is work.
Hello folks, this will be my last VR tech stream for a while. I do have plans to do more. I do. Actually, I'll probably be able to do more VR tech streams tomorrow, and you know what, screw it, I'd be okay. VR tech, still sending up things for wireless, setup for my computer. I still need a router, so I'm gonna have little random disconnects, but that's fine. It reconnects automatically anyway, so I'm gonna be starting to stream video games again tomorrow. And after that, I do a little bit of VR tech stuff. I don't have I'm still getting there as a streamer, but it's gonna take a while. So please have some patience with me, and let's get started. Am I on? Yep. I'm on my little Kangol assassin. I literally am like a little demonic bunny killer thief. Anyway, speaking of killers, bad guys, villains, video games, TV shows, comic books, they all have their history of bad guys. Sometimes bad guys are just as iconic as the good guys. But I prefer good people over bad people anyway. But bad guys, without the bad guys, there won't be no superheroes, heroes, protagonists, you know. So, one second. So VRTAT is running a lot better for me. Oop. But it's far from perfection. Still having problems with OBS setup. But that's good anyway. That's fine. I will worry about that later. So, get down to it. What makes a villain anyway? The upbringings, the tormented past, or is it greed and power? I mean, it's a little bit of everything. I mean, Lex Luthor had a bad upbringing with his father, I believe. I even think Lex Luthor murdered his dad. I'm not quite sure. But I don't know what the recent law is with Lex Luthor and comic book superheroes these days, but I love them anyway. But let's start with Lex Luthor since we're talking about him. Lex Luthor is greedy, power hungry. You always want power. You always want power. You know, to dominate everything. Um, Power always leads to corruption, and we know that from Lex Luthor. But then Superman shows up and stops his stuff. It's ruining his soul. Since Lex Luthor is also a narcissist, he tends to believe what he's doing is right. So, is Lex Luthor truly a bad guy? Yes, because he's known to murder, kill, steal, and cheat his way to power. And when Superman comes along and tries to stop that, well, he gets paranoid. He gets scared of Superman. And got the creation of a supervillain, Lex Luthor. Because he tries every way possible to stop Superman. He used kryptonite, he used battle armor, he used high-tech weapons, even known to manipulate other bad guys. Lex Luthor is probably one of my favorite villains because he's a mastermind type of villain. He's not like serial killer that shows up and just slash everything. No. Lex Luthor manipulates others. He's like that. He's like Iago from Othello. He has one side that seems to be, well known in the business world. He's entrepreneur. He's rich. He is powerful. And why is my OBS now up and running? Not OBS, duh. I mean OVR. Oh well. Ah, there we go. Let me fix that. Whoa! I wish you guys could see this stuff. The pop-up window just popped up. Let me just do this. But yeah, Lex Luthor is a manipulator. He's a con man. He got many signs of a mentally ill person. Most villains are. But there are villains out that do things because they believe they do justice, they do good. And that's the worst type of villains. In any type of media is a villain that doesn't know he's a villain, that believes he's doing good. We had many evil villains in history already that believed they were doing good. Napoleon probably believed that. Hitler probably believed he was doing good, but he's the scum, and he ended up in history as a villain. Now let's say Vandal Savage from DC Comics villain. I don't know much about him. I know he's immortal. He can't die. You've been around through history. You've been like a dictator throughout history and manipulative person. He believes since he's immortal that he's entitled to rule the world. All villains are like that. But Vandal Savage is a type of villain who believes that he deserves everything to hand it to him because he's been around through history. He saw the dark side of humanity firsthand. But that was very. Oh, let's see. Let's do a video game character. You guys play, some of you old boomers out there played games like Throne the Trigger. You battled that Dark Warlock guy, Magus, Magus, Magus. And he was doing evil because he wanted to stop a greater evil. Lophus, was it the monster in the game that was destroying time? Um, so he became a greater villain. He became a villain himself in order to stop another villain. uh, anyway, when a villain becomes a villain himself, then you have some villains who believe that the actions justify everything. That the bad outweighs the bad isn't necessarily bad. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that some villains believe that the evil that they do isn't really evil. You know, that good and evil are just words, just evil outweighs they don't believe in evil. They don't believe in concept of good and evil. Some villains are like that. So they think they couldn't do whatever they want. The thing is, for a while I thought there was no evil, that everything just gray. But gray, like good people do bad things in order to like feed the family. Uh, Bad people will find a way to become good. Redemption. The whole battle between good and evil sometimes it's just one gray. Sometimes you have to do bad things in order to do good. Sometimes you have to do good things. Sometimes a bad person would do good things. It's it's a really good such thing as good and evil. Like in Dark. day and night. Yeah, because everything is one's on balance, yin and yang, right and wrong, and evil, up and down. There's always balance and harmony. Every villain, every villain, need a good guy, and every good guy needs a bad guy. So we have like comic book supervillains. Yeah, yeah, evil does exist. Even though sometimes evil themselves will deny the fact that they are evil. It's easy to be a good person. Yes. Um, I believe that, but some people don't see that. Then okay, we got some evil villains out there in the world, in the fictional world, science fictional world, that do evil because it's part of their culture, like the predator. The predator hunt weaker, lesser enemies, prey. It's part of their culture, the heritage, to go after smart thinking animals and try to kill it. Sentient animals, people, creatures. I guess the predators always saw themselves as probably the dominant species of the world, dominant species in the galaxy or something. The predators in the predator movies live on survival of the fittest. The strong always topple the weak. Predators aren't necessarily evil. They respect strength. Like, okay, Predator 2, we saw that. At the end, our main character defeats the Predator. The Predators showed up, took the body back with them, gave our main character a gift to show of strength, I guess. But yeah, the Predators in the movies, especially the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, they collect skulls, heads of their enemies as trophies. They live by a brutal way of living. They stalk, hunt. They are indeed evil creatures, but do they even see themselves as evil? You have to know that as villains, as a bad guy. Um, okay, let's go with another alien creatures. From the alien movies. Those creatures, the xenomorphs, they are predators. They have instincts to hunt, kill, and murder. They don't seem like sentient creatures. They don't, they just live by, the code of hunting other enemies, other monsters, other creatures, other people. The alien creatures are predators, just, just like the predators. Ah, but and it's the thing, right? That out. Oh, sorry, folks. Just find a That's good. Visual desktop tends, not visual desktop, OVR toolkit. It's very complicated for me to figure out. So I just trying to raise up the screen of my calendars. I mean the screen of my window so I can see you guys talk and say hi. It's kind of hard right now to do that. OVR is giving me some troubles. Still trying to learn. After all these months, I'm still trying to learn OVR. Um, I'm a slow learner. I have to admit that. Um, let's see. Yeah, we were talking about the alien creatures and the alien moves. Pure evil creatures. Um, they are. I never saw the Prometheus movies, but so I don't know whether that in sync with the alien laws. I know, but what I do know about the aliens, they are driven by instinct to kill, murder, and I guess they reproduce by laying eggs and having those face huggers. Oh god, those things creep me out. Oh. Face huggers are one of the scariest little creatures because they remind me of insects or monsters. Oh, I'm glad I got these right now. But yeah, um, xenomorphs are the type of evil that doesn't follow any type of instinct to any real intelligence. It's led by the basic instinct of killing and murdering. Like, how about Stephen King It? That clown Pennywise. I never saw the new movie, but the older movie, the classic one, it just looked like it itself, that creature, the monster that lives in the sewers. Basically, knows it's evil. It knows that it exists. It knows it causes harm, but doesn't kill. It exhibits antisocial behaviors. It's a monster, purebred evil. And maybe evil does exist, you know. But that's a strange thing about evil monsters and supervillains and stuff like that. They don't see themselves as evil, as the nemesis, as the protagonist. It's odd, right? Like, okay, what's another protagonist of villains, monsters that lives on basic instincts? Think itself as pure evil and knows it's evil, but it's to serve other beings. I guess in cartoons and movies and stuff like that, you got the devil, the soldier, almost every horror movie. And always, always, I don't think it kills the devil, whether or not it's evil or good. All it wants is to gather souls and ruin lives. Okay, here's another villain, another bad guy, Nemesis. Um, God, what was I saying? Oh my God. Oh, okay, Captain America, the Red Skull. Now, the Red Skull is what? Hydra? Uh, a Nazi super soldier, something like that. A lot like Captain America. Um, Red Skull. Again, he wants power. Yes, but he also believes that him, and his people deserve that power. He wants to resurrect, what, Nazi Germany? Unless it's bad. Because the Nazis lost the war for a reason, right? Because they were wicked people. And they pissed off so many people by conquering and hurting other people. They were bound to lose the war. You don't win through rounds. And any villain out there, any dictators and stuff like that, they always lose at the end. Alright? And mainly because they seek power, they seek to touch other people. That will just piss people off to the point where they will do whatever it takes to stop you. That's why supervillains always lose at the end, because they piss off too many people. That's a secret of the universe. Don't trust too many people. Or you get too many people after you at the end, kicking your ass in the butt bite. Hmm. What I could say about villains, what makes a good villain in anything is the tragic backstories, the emotional stress they had, the fact that they crawled out of crap in order to become something like the Kingpin and Daredevil. I believe he was like just gutter trash at one point, and he just fought his way up to power, selling drugs, weapons, and he became like some rich billionaire that everybody seems to like. But we know Daredevil knows he's evil, right? Now let's throw off gauntlets a little bit, and I'm gonna name a superhero that's kind of not really a superhero, but at times a supervillain. Let's go with the Punisher. I know, the Punisher punishes bad guys. They're wicked ones. But when you spray a bunch of bullets in public and when you hurt others, after a while you become less of a hero and more of a villain. Um, that's the thing about. And the Punisher is blinded by rage and anger and hate for injustice. But the thing he does makes him into a villain. You can say he's an anti-hero all you want, and you're probably right, he is. But I can't condemn condemn not condemn condone his actions. Oh, anyway, a real villain steals, lies, cheat, and I guess Punisher will steal. What he steals is lives, people's life. And people would tell me that the Punisher is a good guy. I don't think he's a good guy. You can debate this all you want. But he tends to go after superheroes like Spider-Man and other heroes who are actually doing some good. Now, let's see. The key element of making a great supervillain or nemesis in a TV show or cartoon or movie, okay, is insanity, power, hungry, the hunger for it, greed sometimes make a good villain a villain. Um, like okay, we got tons of villains in cartoon medias, movies, TV shows, blah blah blah. We don't need that protagonist, the guy who caused harm to everyone, who makes things interesting. A good villain makes everything interesting. It does. Keep the story going, flowing. The Flash has Reverse Flash. Superman has Lex Luthor. Spider-Man has the Green Goblin. Actually, several villains. Um, hmm, let me see. I'm using my thinking lives. Um, I get distracted very easily with things that go on in my household sometimes. Hear one little noise and I get distracted. But let's see. Hmm. Apple self on Dragon Ball Z. He sees he's a narcissist. He sees himself as the perfect being. He wants to test his limits, so he fights Goku and the others and cause pain and misery to others too. But the thing is, what I see is that um Cell has intelligence. He's very smart, witty. None of these was combination that everyone has. Brains. But Cell from Dragon Ball Z, um, I think, I think all he wants to do is like, I don't get his logic sometimes. He has intelligence. He could use his brain, his mind, to create a better world, but he chooses to test his limits by destroying everything, conquering everything. Because he's the perfect being, I guess, and maybe sees everything else as lesser creatures, you know, because of that. Because his programming as this organic android. Um, Optimus Prime has Megatron, who simply has the desire to conquer and want power. So he goes after Energon and Cosmic the Cube in the movies. Megatron does desire power and strength. He does that by smacking around Starscream. He does that all the time in the cartoon series. He literally just smacked the crap out of Starscream and mess him up to the point where Starscream wants to become his own villain. Um, mm, what else should I do? Talk about? Mm, Thinking blades. Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. One of my favorite villains because he's witty, he's funny, he's evil, and he's psychotic. All dangerous combination. And the way they write his story and origin and backstories. Okay, he doesn't have an origin story. He's evil. Let's just say that. He's the definition of greed, corruption, and he tends to play with human lives as if it was nothing. He manipulates. um, what else can we talk about? No, I'm not gonna touch that one. Batman has a Joker. Joker, man, he's everything. I don't think he's greedy, but he tends to do steal and rob things. I think he does it because he's trying to get Batman attention. Since Batman came into his life, the Joker was born. You read his background story, his old one anyway, that he was a bank robber wearing a red mask trying to rob a chemical factory. Batman stops him, but during the process, the Joker falls into a bath of some type of acid that bleaches skin, and Joker became the Joker. Maybe that bleach or the chemicals made him insane, or maybe he always been insane. The Joker is psychotic. He laughs. He has this memorable laugh. Like like in the Batman animated series, Mark Hamill does a great Joker impersonation, and he's the only Joker that I like the most. Yeah. But yeah, the Joker was born from an accident, but it was Joker's fault to begin with because he tries to steal and harm others. And you don't get anywhere being a bad guy, you know? He always end up in prison, in jail. Joker continue on stealing and killing and murdering. And believe me, the Joker is like far worse villain in history in any comic book history. Don't get me wrong. The Joker is kind of the reason because he literally does kill and murder innocent people. You know, he crippled Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. She becomes Oracle because she's stuck in a wheelchair, so she uses her brain and intelligence to create like what, some type of disguise to help other heroes. And Joker, man, he did that to piss off Commissioner Gunning. He has a thing out for him. He literally does. Commissioner Gunning always seems to suffer at the hand of the Joker. I mean, he literally kills Commissioner Gunning's wife. The con- Batman needed to stop him from stop Commissioner Gunning from killing the Joker. I think. Um, let me see. Wow, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. But but the world is black and white, but there's always some type of form of gray in between. Sometimes bad guys become good guys, sometimes good guys become bad. So sometimes bad guys aren't necessarily true evils. They do bad, but sometimes they do good too. I mean, I mean, okay, so let's say Deadpool is our fun, lovable muck for hire. He's an anti-hero. He falls in category gray because he's a mercenary. He hires to kill people. But at times he tries to fight that darkness within him, and he does a good job at it. I mean, he singularly helped stop Galactus by annoying the crap out of him. I think that's how it went. Deadpool is just like Spider-Man does 100 times worse. He jokes, he banter, he taunts and Deadpool, I guess, it's not that bad of a guy. He fights the inner demon inside of him. And that what stops him from becoming a villain. Unlike the Punisher in my book. We could debate this all we want and stuff, like who is good, who is evil all the time. Guys, welcome to talk to me on my YouTube channel. God for whenever I get a Disco Silver up and running, because I'd like to put that at Disco Silver someday. This is gonna be the end of the stream here. So thank you for my talk, my little stupid rant about bad guys. Your favorite bad guys, favorite cartoon nemesis. It's a such stream. But thank you for tuning in and watching. This is West Fox signing off, saying stay positive and stay beautiful. I would love to discuss more about comic books, TV shows, anime, sci-fi, whatever with people. And I will. I promise you that. I will stream more and games and more VR chat stuff in the future. It's VR is a little bit wonky for me right now, VR chat, but it's getting there. I just need a new router, and boom, I'm good to go. So take it easy. Bye.